And we are back. Another beautiful day at the Waterboyz Show. We appreciate everybody checking in. And before we get into it, we always have to do a little house business. Everybody out there in audio land, everybody out there watching, listening, whatever you're doing, make sure you go to wherever you get your podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. If you're watching us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, wherever you find this content, what we need for you to do right now is go leave us a 5-star rating. Go leave some comments. Let people know how you feel about the show. What that is, that's what my partner B-Rich calls digital currency, right? Doesn't cost you anything, but it does show support. And when you leave those 5-star ratings on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, what that does, it helps our visibility, right? It gives us more ground to stand on so more people can find our show and consume this great content that we put together for you guys. So we ask that you please show us that support so we can continue to give you the same support that we've been giving you for these blood pressure birds and everything sports and everything Atlanta. We appreciate y'all and we love y'all. And after you do that, you know what you need to do? You gotta get clean, right? You gotta get real clean. I ain't talking. Yeah. I see you jealous. I see you jealous. You should be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for everybody out there.
Like the color.
For everybody out there, right? That's a lie. For everybody out there, I am rocking this Waterboyz Show merch right now, and make sure y'all go to 285clothing.com. That's 285clothing.com. Get you some Waterboyz Show merch, or you can get you some of them blood pressure birds sweatshirts talking about our Atlanta Falcons and everything in between, everything and all things Atlanta. That's the numbers 285clothing.com. And yes, I'm rocking the Waterboyz Show hoodie. I wore this color today just to make my partner mad.
Oh, yeah,
and you don't have one.
Check it out.
You don't have one, my guy.
Hey,
yes.
You think they got blood pressure jackets, yellow jackets?
I don't know, man.
You think the yellow jacket make your blood pressure go up?
Nah, man. Nah. It has to be something else that a yellow jacket will do to you, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Only them blood pressure
But
birds.
they sting you, then
Oh
you
yeah,
may get
man.
blood
Hey,
pressure.
yeah. You know what? They might sting you. Might sting your nerves or your peace a little bit at times. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how things going, man. And since we making that transition, man, we have one of the greats in here right now. Somebody who's from the city of Atlanta, coming from the South Side. I'm talking about one of North Clayton's own, one of Riverdale and College Park's own, somebody who put it down from the flats to the frozen tundra, ladies and gentlemen, all the way from the city of Atlanta, all the way up to Green Bay, man. And we about to hear everything about it and in between. So y'all give it up for the interception king, the great, none other than Morgan Burnett. Let's go. What's up, my guy? What's going on, man?
What's up, brother?
Appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate that.
So look, I appreciate you coming through because right, I was with me. We were at a Georgia Tech game. I think it was it homecoming? I think we were at a homecoming game, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we sitting, we doing some content, and I turn around, man, and a guy just walks up on me, real cool dude, walk right up on me. Hey, man, y'all need to talk about us more. And I noticed the face, and I'm thinking about myself, I'm like, man, is this Reggie Ball? and I was like, Reggie Ball, right? He's like, yeah, man, why y'all don't talk about us enough? I said, well, man, come on the show. He was like, yeah, man, y'all got to talk about them jackets a little more, man. I said, okay, look, man, we're going to make sure. I said, look, man, we had our guy, Joe Hamilton, on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we've had some of Georgia Tech royalty on the show. Mm-hmm. But you know what I'm saying? Reggie, shout out to our guy, Reggie. You know what I'm saying? The Ball Effect, for letting us know that Georgia Tech needs to continue to be highlighted in the way that you guys would like it highlighted. So we appreciate you coming through so we can do that. So Reggie, I hope you listening and watching this episode. We need to see a comment from you and everybody over there at Broken Play to let us know that we're doing exactly what you asked for, sir.
Man, we've also had Ryan Stewart. We have a couple jet jackets on. Ryan Stewart. You said Joe Hamilton.
Yeah.
Who else have we had? I think we're missing one more.
Man, I can't think. I don't know why. Who else? Oh, yeah, we done had Andre Dickens, man. We had Mayor Dickens, man. You know what I'm saying? How can we forget the mayor? You know what I mean? Then we had West Durham. Now, West Durham, right now, most people who follow us know him from the Falcons, but he called games for the Jackets for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Man, so what's going on with you these days, Morgan?
Nothing much now, man. I'm just high school coaching my son over there at Walton High School, just kind of staying busy with the kids. I coach my middle son youth football team, so they keep me busy. Try to stay out the house and not get on my wife's nerve too much.
Well, that's always a beautiful thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's always beautiful. So tell me this, man. How is it? You say you're coaching your kid. How many kids do you have, first off?
So I have 3 kids. I got my oldest, MJ. He's 16, turning 17. Logan, my middle son, he's 10. Then my daughter, Karen, she's 5. So I got 3 kids. Yeah.
All 3 athletes?
The first 2, I think my daughter, Karen, she the toughest out of all of them. But she the boss. You know how I go on the girl in the house. She the boss. Yeah. But my 2 boys, they really good athletes. And then I can't take all the credit. I got to give credit to my wife, too. My wife, Nicola, she got some good genes in her, too. So,
okay. All right.
Yeah. Where you meet your wife at?
So we met at North Clayton in high school.
Oh, wow. High school sweetheart. That's crazy.
Yep.
Hey, what they say, man, you got to get somebody who come from good stock.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
That's right. They come from good stock. So let me ask you this. As a father, because I have my son over in the other room, my oldest, Christian, he's 14. And so I just know how special it is to be a father, be Rich as a father as well. His daughter played for Woodward. They won a state championship. She was Defensive Player of the Year. And so I know how it is just being a father and being proud of your kids. But what is it like, and how do you handle it going from dad to coach as you're coaching your son when he's doing good or when he makes a mistake?
Now, that's the biggest adjustment, I think, and it's still like a learning curve for me as I go. I get better at it, but you know when you go from a highly competitive sport from yourself, like you have nerves when you're going into a game, but you know how to calm yourself. But it's no nerves like when your kid out there. Like so, it's like, all right, am I telling you too much information? I don't want to slow you down, or did I not tell you enough? And I don't want you to get beat. But it was one of those things I had to learn because that competitive nature kick in when you get into that mode, whether you coaching or in the stands. But I had to understand and like, man, you don't want to be too hard on them. Like, I want to be demanding, but I don't want to be demoralizing where I take the passion away. So you got to find that even medium because when you out there, you know, you deal with parents like, oh, you daddy balling. That's the reason your son. So it's like I had to have those conversations like, look, man, when you out here, you're going to have to go because they going to think this job was given to you, or they looking at you like, okay, you the measuring stick, your dad did this. So I had to kind of preach like, this your journey. You not out here to be like me. If this what you want to do, I'm gonna support it. But it's still learning. It be times where my wife had to pull me back like, all right, that's enough. You got to chill. Yeah. So I'm still learning, but I'm getting better. And I appreciate my kids the most because they handle it very well. And they kind of build our bond together. So it's been fun, though. I enjoy it, though.
Yeah, when do you turn it off? Do you guys turn off the football at any point between you guys? Like when the game is over, you get in the car, all right, we done for right now. It's just dad and child. So
we have a little thing where it's like, all right, we go through the game, and I call my truck the office, all right? So we'll be in the ride, we talk about it, we discuss about it, whether that's me upset or me giving him praise, but once we get out the truck and we walk through that front door, it's done. It's over with. Like now, it's back to just family time now.
I love it.
Yeah.
Hey, so you got a chance to play with Georgia Tech, man. You played against Georgia, man. Tell me how it felt to pick off Matthew Stafford, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. He don't like stuff. And you took it to the house, man. Tell us, set up that play. Tell us how it was.
Man, so really taking it back, the year before that I was a true freshman. We played Georgia at home. So it's a big time game. That game I had to start at corner. So we was going back and forth. And I think somebody fumbled from Georgia. So I scooped the fumble up and I'm looking like, oh, I'm gone. This true freshman, like, oh, this is my moment. Here, big time. Running to the end zone. Boom, no Sean Marino hit my arm, fumbled it.
So you had a touchdown, you fumbled it.
Fumbled it out the back of the end zone. I was hurt, man. I was like, dang, man. So, big rivalry. I came up in the house divided. My brother played at Georgia. So that next year, I just remember kept thinking, I was like, man, that was my moment, man. Submit my legacy at Tech, that was my moment. But then coming back that next year, it was Thanksgiving. We had rolled down there, so my family's in the crowd, my grandma in there, raining. Man, so safety motto is tilts and overthrow that we get our picks.
All right.
Man, Matthew Stafford overthrew one. Boom, I got it. And now I'm like, oh, yeah, I got to score. I got to score.
So you thinking that?
I'm thinking in my head, I got to score. And then I see no Sean Marino, so I'm setting it up like, oh, I'm about to run him over. I set him up, boom. He went one way, I went the other, touchdown. And it was ironic. It was right near our little small Georgia Tech family section. I pointed at my mom, my dad.
Oh.
Get the crowd hype, man. So now it still
Mama!
got, still got the video. So now I show my kids that video all the time. I always, when Georgia Tech play Georgia, I always bring that video up to my brothers. Like it was fun, man. That was a special moment for me there.
Yeah, now I was looking, and we're gonna go back and forth. But yeah, one thing that we have in common with you, especially me, is like 2010. That's the year you was drafted. That's the year that my music career kind of took off. B.O.B. had got nothing on you. We start traveling the world. So that was the time, like, for us, I would just say that was my professional career started. So how does that being drafted in the third round?
Third round,
How does that being drafted from, like he said, he kind of fly when he said from the flats to the frozen tundra FF. You know what I'm saying? So how was that, man? Like being from Atlanta and then going up to Green Bay where it's super cold.
Nah, it was an adjustment where it's like, the cold up there, I don't think I had clothes in the closet to prepare for that type of cold. So it's like it's one of those ones you don't get used to it. You just kind of know how to prepare for it. But it was like a dream come true. I ain't care where I went, man. It was a dream come true. Something I worked for a long time, and I finally got that opportunity. And then blessed to go to a great franchise and organization like Green Bay. And still to this day, they still show love. Open door policy when I go up there. So, man.
You got a ring, right?
Got a ring.
What ring
I ain't wear it with me.
Rookie year, right?
Rookie year.
We want to see the ring.
Hey, you getting the ring. That one of the ones you like, I can look at it, but I'm going to throw this away now. And I'm like, I ain't going to walk around.
I ain't walking around with that.
I ain't bringing no
none
attention.
of y'all Atlanta scammers about to get me.
I think they said, was it Mike Webster? One of them pitch, he pawned all his rings.
Oh man, I hate
Yeah,
that.
I was like, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be a sad story there. Yeah.
Did you you got hurt your rookie year? Am I correct?
Yep. So I started as a rookie, and then I was 4 games in against Detroit, tore my ACL.
Dang.
Yep. So that was a journey, but that was a time where I had, because all my time playing football, I always I started. I came out the game, even at Tech as a freshman, I was playing. That was the first time where I had to really sit back
And watch.
and kind of watch. But I think that really helped my career as far as IQ-wise, just watching and seeing other guys like Charles Woodson.
Oh, yeah.
Like Nick Collins, those type guys, Tremont Williams, just learning, watch how they prepare, watch how they get ready for a week and how they go into a game. That helped my career out a lot.
Dang, he played behind Charles Woodson. That's crazy.
Yeah, look, so let me ask you this. Getting hurt that year, this is a question that I have wanted to ask a few athletes. And like Bubba McFarland, N'Kobe Dean went through it recently. And so I want to ask you this. I mean, how was it emotional-wise being part of a Super Bowl winner but not actually being able to participate in the game itself?
Hey, that's a real good question, because I don't think people talk. You hear about you winning and you like, oh, I won the Super Bowl, but it's kind of like you happy for your team in that moment, but it's really like bittersweet because you like, man, I wanted to be out there. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to help contribute, but you thankful to be a part of it and see it, because in the league, it's hard to win the Super Bowl. So let alone win multiple Super Bowls, because after that, I think we made it to the NFC Championship like 3 times after that and lost all 3 times. So it was tough, but it was like, man, it's just my journey. I'm thankful for it. You know what I mean? God got a plan for us all. So that's my story, that's my journey. But it was tough at the time. But now, older, I think that's how it's supposed to play out. Maybe my sons or family member, they go get them 2 or 3 of them, and I'll be there to just watch and enjoy it. But it was tough for me, though.
Yeah, I know it had to be. Like I said, I've always wanted to ask an athlete or the athletes I see go through that, like to kind of get a perspective on it. Because like you said, most people say, hey, man, you won a Super Bowl, and know you happy, but you have to feel a little bit of a void, and I'm not trying to put anything on you, but you have to feel a little bit of a void, not being able to be in that actual game, not being able to walk on that field and feel that experience and that particular energy. So that's something I've always wanted to know.
No, that's real. That's real though, and that's actually like true feelings though. Like you happy for your brothers, your teammate, you happy for everybody, but as a brother, it's almost like you've been working out blood, sweat, and tears with your brother, and it's like it ain't nothing I can do about it to help you in this moment. You want to help, but it is kind of bittersweet though.
You said your injury happened in week 4, like, so you had a chance to rehab where you kind of like felt like you could play. Did you feel like, man, I can play?
That was my first like major injury like that. So when I did it, I played 12 more snaps. After that, I just kept saying like, I feel like my knee tight. And then that's when the doctor like, oh no, I think you tore your ACL.
Man.
But
when Super Bowl came, how was your knee feeling then?
I was good, but I knew I wasn't ready to go out there and play. But it felt good to where
I bet you was like, man, let me just get one play in.
when you get out there like at first, because you by that time you kind of accepting like, all right, let me rehab, get back together. But when you step on that field, you feel the atmosphere. You like, man, I want to get out here.
Yeah. Hey, so being from Atlanta, man, how does it feel to be one of the last players to ever play in the Georgia Dome, man? And get y'all butt kicked.
Hey, man, because growing up, you know what I'm saying, being from Atlanta, you know, I was growing up watching the Vic experience. So, you know what I mean, the Georgia Dome is special for a kid like me coming from Atlanta. But every time we played the Falcons, man, I felt like that game meant more for me. You know, some guys on our team, they Midwest, West Coast, it's just another NFL game. But for me, it was big because my father-in-law is a big-time Falcon fan. So he the type, when we play him, he'll come in with a green and yellow shirt, but he got the Falcon logo on the front and my last name on the back. And when we lose to the Falcons, man, I got to hear about it all season. Everybody, hear from everybody. So I ain't going to lie to y'all, I know this is a touchy subject, but that Super Bowl, that 28-3, I said, whoo, I ain't gonna say I was wanting y'all to lose.
Yes, you did.
But
we hear it.
But if y'all would have won that, man, my family would have been on me forever.
So you the reason.
I ain't the reason.
Atlanta, these the reason, man.
Hey, look, father-in-law, we sorry it didn't happen for you. It happened for us, man. I look, when it does happen, make sure you let him have it. You know what I'm saying?
So being drafted, right? Did the Falcons like reach out to you and did you have thoughts that you may be drafted by the Falcons?
Because you go through the process. I talked to the Falcons. You talked to a bunch of teams, and I was a junior coming out, so I had to meet with a lot of teams. But the Falcons were one of the teams. But I thought coming out, you know, that would have been a dream to go play for in front of your home crowd. But I thought at the time, I was going either to the Cowboys or the Bears. And the Cowboys, I had a real good interview with them. And then the Bears, their first pick in 2010 was in the third round. So Lovie Smith he was the head coach at the time. So he came to my pro day. So I just knew, I was like, if it's not the Cowboys, the Bears. So we got to the third round. I was like, yeah, it's probably Chicago. Then I got a call. That's when Green Bay traded up in front of the Bears and drafted me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Green Bay, man. So, look, speaking of that game, because I wasn't going to go to the game against the Falcons just yet. But, man, tell us, I mean, what is it like going up against old Julio, man?
Oh, man, he good as advertised, man. Real deal. Like, between, like, him, Calvin Johnson, like, those dudes, it's one thing when you see it on film. But then when you get in that grass or on that turf, that's when you like, yeah, these dudes, they different. You know what I mean? And it was fun just to compete against guys like that. Great players, man, deserving of everything they got. But that's what I appreciate about the game is you get to go against those guys and kind of, you know, see where your game at, see where you need to work on, but also at the same time you appreciate and admire what they brought to the game and bring the best out of yourself.
Now, so who took that stiff arm on Julio's way to the end zone, man?
That was
somebody took like 2-3 jabs from Julio on the way to the end zone.
I know it is. That my boy Demarius Rounder. He was a good cornerback though. Good.
Hey, I ain't trying to talk about him, but Julio just made an amazing play.
Yeah, he did, and that I mean. It happened. You know how it go in that game. It happened. I've been in the playoff game, division round against the Cardinals. I'm talking about Larry Fitzgerald hit me with a stiff like. So it's like it happens, man. When you just ain't nothing you can do. Just get up and be like, hey man, them some of the greatest.
So given the chance that you got a chance to play against both Calvin Johnson and Julio, like who's the best, man?
Oh, y'all,
you know,
y'all know, y'all see it on the shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Talk about it. So let's talk about it.
But don't get me wrong though, I got love for Bama as well too. I got family down there. Bama, one of my closest friend and teammate.
We can't stand Bama.
So Clint Dix, he's at Bama. That's one of my good friend, family. That's like family to me. So I got love for Bama, but I gotta roll with Calvin Johnson though, just off Calvin was, I don't think people realize how fast Calvin was. Like, it didn't look like he run as fast, but Calvin was blazing fast, big, strong receiver, man. You put it anywhere in his radius, he gonna catch, he gonna come down with it. I feel like Julio kind of the same, but it's really your preference, really. Like, I'm lean biased towards Calvin. I'm pretty sure guys at Bama probably lean towards Julio, or a Falcon fan may lean towards Julio, but I'm going with Calvin Johnson.
Hey, I mean, look, he texts, so I
Right.
wouldn't expect you to go with anything else. Well, when it comes to wide receivers, you know, we love to my partner, he loves to do like Mount Rushmores. You know what I mean? He loves to ask Mount Rushmores. Like, so we can ask you all time, or we can go who he played against. Which one you want to do, B. Rich? You want to do all time or who he played against?
I want to do both.
We can do both.
Okay. All right. Well, give us your Mount Rushmore of all time NFL wide receivers.
So all time, I'm going Jerry Rice. I go Randy Moss. I'm gonna go T.O. and then Calvin Johnson.
That's a 5-round Rushmore. What about who you played against?
So who I played against?
And tell us why, too, when you name them.
Okay, I got Calvin Johnson, of course, like I just said, man, we seen them guys twice a year. Man, I'm talking about we been in meetings up late trying to figure out how to stop him. And we put safety help over top. Y'all see video with the Saints. You got 2 DBs on him. He's still going to make a play. He's still going to find a way to come down with the ball. So Calvin Johnson is one. I'll say Larry Fitzgerald was another one, man. Just very crafty. You know what I mean? Good hands. Very smart football player. Who else I'll go with? I played with this guy, and he's still playing. And he was young, though, but I just like the way his game has grown. That's Devontae Adams. So I seen, and I appreciate that one because I seen it from the beginning. Like, I seen him come into the league, and it was at his rookie year. It started slow, so people was trying to say, was that the right pick? And then we had a playoff game against Dallas. He scored 2 touchdowns. Career took off from there.
He been running
ever since from there. And then the last one would be Julio Jones. I mean, like I said, we seen the Falcons a lot. Julio, explosive guy, another one, fast guy. And when a play is needed, you go to Julio, he going to make a play where he got 2 guys on him. You never want to have him in a one-on-one matchup. It's going to favor to him. But I appreciate about them guys just kind of the attention to detail they brought to the game and how they always worked at their craft to get better and push people around them to get better. I enjoy competing against people like that because, like I said, it bring the best out of you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, what about the DBs, B. Rich? I know you want to ask them about the DBs, man.
All right, who's your Mount Rushmore of DBs, cornerbacks, and safeties?
So you want to separate the corners?
No, all together. How you want to do it?
We can do corners and we can separate.
All right, let's separate it.
And then talk about each one. Like what makes them so great to you.
Yeah.
All right, so we go corner. Let's start corners first. I'm going to go pop it off. I know he did both, but I'm going to list him as a corner. I'm going to go Rod Woodson. And the reason I like Rod Woodson, just like I just said, he was able to play both, and he was impactful with the Steelers. He was a return guy, and I liked how he catch interceptions. He returned them back for touchdowns. I think that's what separates DBs. He was a Super Bowl winning guy. The second I say is Charles Woodson. He did both. Play safety and corner, Heisman Trophy winner. And that guy, just seeing him behind the scenes, just the way he works and study film. Like, that guy watches a lot of film. He kind of was like a quarterback out there. He baiting quarterbacks into throwing the ball where he wanted to go. Good footwork, playmaking ability. Third, I'll go, of course, Deion Sanders for sure. Deion, prime time speak for itself.
Yeah.
Same, kind of similar like Rod Woodson. Can make plays in the special team in the return game. Deion can lock down the whole side of the field, bait quarterbacks into what he wanted them to do. Then the fourth one I'll go with is it's kind of like the fourth one. It's tough. It's kind of like for like 1A, 1B. But I say Champ Bailey. I go Champ Bailey.
Oh, Champ.
Same thing. I watched him growing up. My brother's at Georgia. I watched Champ play. Champ was a playmaker. Champ was he had great technique and coverage. And it's like a toss-up between Champ and Darrell Reeves. It was a toss-up. I'm Georgia boy. I'm going to go with Champ.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
so that's my four corners and my safeties. Sean Taylor for sure. That's my favorite safety of all time. Sean Taylor. Career wasn't as long, but I felt like if he wasn't taken away from us, I feel like we probably have a conversation as the greatest safety to play.
Yeah, he was something else.
Yeah, big safety, hard hitter, playmaker, interception, fast. Second is Ed Reed. I love how he controlled the middle of the field, very rangy. Throw the ball up, he picks it off. And again, I like I said, what separates DBs is not just getting interception, but running them things back for touchdown. Now you putting points on the board. Then Troy Polamalu, of course, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
We played in a similar defense in Green Bay on the Don Caper, so I got to understand the importance of his role and what he was asked to do. I gained a lot of respect. Like, you see him making plays all over the field. And then the fourth safety, I have to say is I'll go with Brian Dawkins.
Okay.
Yep. Brian Dawkins, just the passion he brought to the game.
He make a hit, boy.
Yeah, he can hit. Flying off. My favorites was somebody slow motion. He Superman diving. So they'll be the four I go with.
Brian Dawkins almost sent Vic to Grady, man. And they
Probably did send him to
They were
Grady.
way up in Philadelphia. You know, like flight him to Grady.
Trey got a story about Brian Dawkins hitting Vic, but I don't think he want to get into it.
No. We won't spend his time telling that story.
Hey,
you know
listen.
what I'm saying?
Your brothers, you said they went to the UGA. Who your brother? How many brothers you had play for UGA?
So it's just one. I got one older brother, just me and my brother, Cap Burnett. He the head coach now at North Clay High School.
Congrats to him.
Yeah, that's our alma mater. So, man, big respect to him just going back. He always been a guy, big heart, always giving back, looking out. And for him to go back to our alma mater and kind of change things around. Like this year, he was the Atlanta Falcons community coach of the year.
That's awesome.
So
Congrats
they got
to him, man. Hey, we
so-
got to give it up to him for that, man.
So we went to Georgia first, right?
Yep, went to Georgia.
So how in the heck did you go to Georgia Tech?
That's what everybody say, man. So by looking at it, it was looking like I was headed to Georgia.
Who was the coach at Georgia at the time?
When I was
Mark
there,
Richt?
Mark Richt was
Yeah.
there. So if my brother was there, it was Jim Dunn, then Mark Richt came in. So when I was getting recruited, it was Mark Richt. But if you want to blame why I went to Tech, then you got to blame Tashard Choice, Reggie Ball, Demarius Thomas, Joshua Nesbitt, Jonathan Dwyer. You got to blame them boys. Brad Jefferson.
Played with some beasts, though, man.
That was a good Tech team.
Them boys. When I met those guys, man, it was just like, this home right here. This home. I can't go nowhere else but Georgia Tech. So.
I get it.
Yeah, Reggie told us he only had one person that he recruited. And that he 1 for 1. That was Calvin Johnson.
Yep.
He said he made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So look, you go over to Georgia Tech and you lead the nation in interceptions one season in my career, making your mark over in the ACC. And we talked about the Matthew Stafford interception, but y'all beat Georgia that game. My career, y'all can't. So I mean, how was it? You know what I'm saying, to go ahead and get that dub against Georgia? Because there have been some years where Georgia kind of had the upper hand. How was it being one of the people that? Because I don't think y'all had beat them since like 2000. Am I correct? When y'all beat them that year. So how was it being a part of that victory and having such a huge play to help turn that game in y'all favor?
No, it was huge because, like I said, growing up, my brother went to Georgia, so I've known about this rivalry for a long time. So this, of course, when you get to the school, they teach about the rivalry and you kind of build that passion for the game. But it was deep for me because I've been a part of it, and actually I've been on both sides of it as a fan of my brother and watching them lose to Tech. And then his senior year, they beat Tech. Then they go on the streak where Georgia just kept beating Tech. So now it was like, it was one of those ones where it's like, man, it's a gimme. We needed this win because, that helps with recruiting. Like, and so that was big to kind of gain the respect of the city back, gain the respect of the state back, and then make a play in that game. Like, when you make plays, you don't think about it. But now, still to this day, you walk around, you meet a Tech fan, and they bring up that play and they talk about it. And when you in the moment, you don't catch on to it. But now, older, it's like, dang, you really sit back and kind of appreciate it more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, look, you brought up respect. So I have to ask you this because we get accused of it on this show. People leave us comments every now and then. And I want to see if you feel the same way that a lot of people feel. Do you feel Georgia Tech gets the respect that it deserves in the city of Atlanta, being a team it is Atlanta's college, right here in the city of Atlanta? Do you feel like Tech gets the respect that it deserves from a football standpoint, from people like myself or B. Rich and the people in the city of Atlanta who maybe lean more toward the Dogs? Well, what would you say to fans who you would like to maybe like turn and bring them back Georgia Tech's way?
I'd say I don't think the city or nobody disrespect Tech. I just feel like, it's all about winning. You want to attach yourselves to winners, right? So I feel like we did a good job. Brent Key is doing a good job now of bringing that fan base back. And I think now it's Ted's job now. You got to build on that, right? And I think once we build on that, boost the morale of the city. Because I tell my son all the time, like, when I was playing, we had Demarius Thomas, you got Joshua Nisbet out there. I was like, the city was lit. Like, it was lit to go to a Georgia Tech game. And it's starting to get back to that. And I feel like like you said, we in Atlanta. So I tell my father-in-law all the time, I say, hey, you an Atlanta guy, core, Falcons, Braves, Hawks. I said, Georgia and Athens, you got to stay at Tech.
That was good. I like that.
Hey, that's a good selling point, though. Yeah. That's a good selling point.
Man, it's good. I feel like, man, Georgia is great football. You got great talent here in the state as far as, like, high school kids in football, high school kids basketball, boys and girls. So Atlanta, you kind of good place because you got a Georgia Bulldogs, so you got to tip your hat to them. They been doing their thing. Now Tech, you got Brent Key coming along, starting to boost the morale back. So I feel like as long as you keep winning, people will show up. Like, I don't care what you say. It's all about winning at the end of the day. Nobody want to show up watching your team lose. So long as you winning, people will show up.
100%.
Hey, so look, man, I've been wanting to ask you this from the beginning. I'm so biased. We got to keep our show, Atlanta Falcons. You an Atlanta Falcon fan?
You know what? I support the Falcons. Like, I root for the Falcons as long as they not playing Green Bay. You know what I'm saying? I got to salute the Falcons. They sent my brother and his wife to the Super Bowl, so I got a special place in my heart for the Falcons. You know what I'm saying?
So listen, man. Our coach, Raheem Morris, our ex-coach, he had 2 seasons here, and they fired him. And then we brought in Matt Ryan, and, in Matt Ryan we trust. But one of the first decisions he made was he hired a coach by the name of Kevin Stefanski, which you had a chance to play for. And at the time, I was very, very upset. I kind of bought into it now, the coordinators he's gotten and things of that nature. Can you please tell us why Kevin Stefanski will work here in Atlanta?
So really, because he got there after me. I was with Freddie Kitchens for a year. So just, I don't know him personally. But
so you never got a chance to play for him?
No, I didn't play for him. Yeah, so I don't know him personally, but from kind of like just watching from a fan standpoint, I just think, man, the NFL game, man, it's all about being at the right place, really. Because when you could be at one place and then it can look like you don't know what you're doing, then you change the scenery, now you are winning as coach or something like that. And I think for him, I would say as Atlanta fan, just give it time and just see. Maybe you just he needed to change his scenery because he did some good things as a coordinator in Minnesota. When he first got to Cleveland, he did some good things. Then they had their quarterback situation. Like, if you don't have a quarterback in this league, it's hard to win. But you got to look at people like Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll started out, he wasn't a great head coach when he started out. He went to college, came back, and become like a Hall of Famer almost. So,
Legion of Boom.
So I like that analogy. He did what Pete Carroll coached at the Jets.
Patriots, Jets.
And he failed tremendously.
Went to college, excelled, came back.
Yeah, so sometimes you just need you got to have a change of scenery at times. But
I ain't thinking about that.
Yeah, then if the Falcons kind of figure out their QB situation, I think the defense, their young defense is. I love watching that defense. And I love watching Xavier Watts. I think that's going to be a big-time player.
He legit.
Yeah, he legit. I think that's going to be a fun player
to watch. What about
Bowman? Another one. They good. That's why I said that young group back there on the Falcon defense is solid. You got the running back. You got the playmakers. Now you just kind of figure out your QB position. And he a cute offensive guy. He got a good offensive mind. So I think they'll get it together, though. Just give it a chance. At least give it a chance. I know.
At least give it a chance.
Atlanta fans hard, man. It's hard. It's hard in Atlanta.
Man, we want to win. We want to win, Morgan. So look, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and every time he does it, man, I'm gonna make sure that you in a group chat with us, and I'm gonna send you the video because I'm telling you right now, I'm finna have to hear about what Pete Carroll did and how Pete Carroll failed and then he went to college and came. He finna bring that up every other show. From now on, I can guarantee you that this will not be the last time we hear about what Pete Carroll did. You know what I'm saying? Even though I actually brought that up. You know what I'm saying? When I said that should have been mentioned. But it's okay. I'm gonna let you, because he's gonna say he came up with it. So I'm gonna let you.
Never heard you say nothing about it.
Okay. All right, yeah. Mario heard it.
No, he didn't.
Hey, so look, let me ask you, why we talking about the Falcons and we talking about defenders? Our guy, our Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year candidate, he just had his issues. And I don't want to get into that. I want to ask you as a coach, what do you like when you see a situation like that, how do you go about like getting the message across to some of the kids that you coach that hey, you need to make sure you make smart decisions, stay emotionally intelligent? How do you guys take situations like that and use them as a teaching point at any time? And how do you talk to the young men about staying on the right track and making the correct decisions and not derailing themselves?
Yeah, even with my kids, when you walk outside their door, you represent so many things other than just yourself, right? So it's like, yeah, we talk about you represent this team, but I even go deeper, like, man, that last name we carry, like, it's somebody that busted their butt for that last name to mean something, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be selfish of me to go out here and do something foolish to tarnish my family's name or something like that. But I just try to tell them, like, man, it takes so much time, effort, hours, restless nights to build a reputation and build respect. But one wrong decision can destroy everything. One wrong quick decision just off emotion can destroy everything. So I just think not even just with sports, just young men, period, in life, period. Like, man, you just got to be wise about the people you hang around. You know what I'm saying? Wise about your environment you in, because you can't control what's going on around you, but you can control how you respond to it. So I can't allow nobody to I use the saying, like, you can't allow nobody to trick you out your spot, right? So, like, you can say what you want about me, you can do whatever around, but I can choose if I want to stay in this setting. I can choose if I want to associate with myself with you. I can remove myself from the situation. So it's like, you got to be cautious of that. And that's easy to say as a grown man, but because I get it, 18 years old, you step into a college locker room where now I'm just trying to fit in, right? I'm trying to see what the older guys doing. I think that's the right thing to do, but that comes to, you just got to have a core group around you, you know what I'm saying, positive role model people around you. But the best thing I can tell you, man, is, don't let nobody trick you out your spot. And if you ever get to a situation where you think you about to act out of character, just remove yourself from those situations and try your best to stay out of trouble, man. Try your best to stay in line, man. Stay out the way, really.
Yeah, listen. Don't let nobody trick you out your spot.
Let me ask you a question. So this is a true story. As a young jit, I used to play Grand Theft Auto all day. And I played like probably 12 hours. Then I had to go somewhere. And I got in the car and I almost tried to hit a mailbox because I'm thinking I'm in the game. So my question is this. By you being an athlete, and I'm talking about you, and you taught aggression, to hit, to kill, to punish, how do you come from that and in a regular environment not be aggressive, not be, have that mindset? That's kind of hard to change it out. And that's why I brought the Grand Theft Auto. Like I really was about to hit a mailbox, you know what I'm saying? So, like, how does that affect you?
No, that's real, though. But I think the best thing for me is, like, my mom, my dad kind of raised me up, like, you know what I'm saying? Football is not who you are. That's just what you do. And my dad used to always remind me, like, at the end of the day, son, whether you had a good game or bad game, your kids won't know the difference. Fans may talk and say stuff, but at the end of the day, you still got a responsibility. So I think that's just kind of separating the two. And I think, take it a step further, I think a lot of professional athletes or former professional athletes, they used to, and then when you in that prime, everywhere you go, they spot you out immediately. They know who you are. But then once you put the cleats or hang the shoes up, you walk in the store, somebody might not know who you are. Somebody might not know you played at Georgia Tech or with the Packers. So you got to be comfortable separating the two. And I think me having a family And I had a kid at a very young age, so it kind of forced me to know, like, it's something bigger than myself. So I had to kind of separate the two, because I could take the helmet off and a football player stop, but being a father and a husband, that go on forever. You know what I'm saying?
So got the helmet on off.
Yeah, so I had a good group around me that kind of keep me humble. I got my brother and my friends. Shoot, I got a homeboy I've been tight with since kindergarten.
Yeah.
And then we still tight to this day. So that show you how real that bond is. So I think that's what kind of helped keep me grounded and separate the two.
Yeah. So look, man, we have to talk about this, and I'm gonna start it by going this way. We get a lot of flack. I mean, you from Atlanta, so you know we get a lot of flack here in the city of Atlanta saying we don't have real fans, right? Like Atlanta doesn't have true fans. Atlanta don't have this. Atlanta don't have that. Well, you went to play for one of the franchises that people say have some of the greatest fans of all sports. You know, you talk about whether it's NFL, NBA, MLB. The Green Bay Packers, man, and the fans, the cheeseheads or whatever they call, you know what I mean? They get like really highlighted a lot about how great of fans they are, man. Tell us about that. What was it like stepping from Atlanta to Green Bay, and now you're in front of these fans? What's that atmosphere like, man? Being out there in the frozen tundra, being out there on Lambeau Field, what's that like?
Oh man, that's one of the best places to play at. Like, man, I tell everybody, if you're a football fan. And if you're able, man, you got to experience a game at Lambeau Field. Like, you know how you got your college atmosphere, then you got your professional. It's different. You can tell the difference. Man, when I tell you stepping at Lambeau Field, it's like going to a college football game. It's not, it could be preseason. It's not one empty seat in the house. They put season ticket. It's like a 10-year waiting list for a season ticket because they put it in their wheels. So,
wow.
Those fans are the best fans to play for. Like, those the moments I miss. When people ask what you miss about the game, I miss the locker room with my guys, but I miss running out that tunnel and you making a simple play. You do this, man, the crowd going crazy, man. That was an experience, though. That was a great experience. Like, if you got a chance, man, you got to go to Lambeau Field.
Okay. Y'all don't lose games up there either.
Nah, you don't lose too many up there. Nah, they ain't. It's just the atmosphere. There's something about that place. Yeah. It's special.
Hey, I don't know if you had a chance. I'm sorry for not knowing. Did you get a chance to play against Mike Vick when he was with the Eagles?
Yeah, that was my first game start.
Can you tell us about that?
So that was my rookie year. That was my very first game as a rookie. So me and my boy Sam Shields, he was a starting corner. I was starting safety. So that was like a big thing because that was the first time in a while Green Bay had 2 starting rookies out there on defense. So we out there, you already kind of nervous, like, oh yeah, this the real deal. And like I said, being from Atlanta, you look over there, I'm like, damn, that's Vic right there. Like, damn, that's Vic. Man, he might have scrambled because he came in the game later because the starting quarterback, I forgot his name, like Cole or something like that, he got hurt. He got knocked out. Cobb, that's it, yep. He got knocked out the game, and then Vic came in. That's when I was like, damn, this Vic. Man, Vic might have scrambled, and he broke, and we running, chasing him. I said, and now I'm like, damn, Vic moving, like, oh shit, he moving. That's when I was like, yeah, this real for sure. Like, yeah, this different than on TV. I was like, yeah, this real out here. This for real.
Did he put a move on you?
He ain't put a move. I was coming from I was in deep middle third, so I'm running at an angle, but I'm looking like when I'm running at an angle, I'm like, ooh, wait. I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna catch him.
Wow.
Yeah. And I had an angle, I'm like, ooh. Then Nick Collins came out of nowhere, and it was like as soon as I got there, Nick Collins come, pow! That why I was like, yeah, this thing different on this level. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, ain't no warming up to this.
Did y'all win that game or y'all lost that game?
We won that game. Okay. We won it, yep.
So that was the only time you played against them?
Yeah, that was the only time. No, and I played them. Yeah, that was the only time when I played.
That's a good story.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all faced them again later that year, but you were hurt.
I was hurt, and that was the playoffs.
Yeah, man. They say it was different when you see Vic.
I love to hear people like B-Mac play for the Steelers.
Brian McFadden.
Yeah, he told us a couple stories. I love hearing y'all stories when y'all say that.
Man, so what was that moment as a rookie? I mean, you came in, you earned a starting job. You know what I mean? Even being a third-round pick to be able to come into a team like Green Bay. And y'all had some success. It's not like Green Bay was in the basement, you know what I'm saying, the cellar or anything as far as talent. So y'all had talent on the field. How was it as a third-round pick coming in, gaining that starting role? Like what was the moment where you said, okay, I belong here? Or was it that Mike Vick moment where you say, "Oh, this real"?
No,
or was it something else that let you know like that I'm here?
It was one of those just like, man, I was always taught like, man, just go in, you know, keep your mouth closed and just bust your butt and earn your respect. And it was like they kind of, as you know, when you go through OTAs and stuff, the vets really don't be there like that. They'll come in, but they may not practice. So it was like the rookies, we getting all the reps and we learning the plays and stuff. And then it got to a point, training camp, it was like, because me and Sam Shield was roommate. We was together 24/7. Then we got the training camp. Nah, it's all the vets here. So you got Nick Burnett at linebacker in front of me, A.J. Hawk. On the right, you got Nick Collins, you got Tremont Williams, then you got Charles Woodson at the nickel. And I remember we had to make a check. You had to make a call. So in our defense, the safeties, you got to talk. You got to talk. So I might have said something. I might have been like, down right. And then I just remember Nick Barnett turned around. He was like, who the fuck is that? And then they looking at me. So I was like, uh-oh. So then that's when I knew. I was like, man, you got to earn these dudes respect. And I just remember in training camp just going hard in practice, flying to the ball.
Yeah.
And then I understood the defense. I was picking up the defense fast, but they used to just admire how I used to practice hard, just running to the ball. And I always done that my whole career. And they're kind of what gave earned the respect of the vets. And they started taking me under their wings, started teaching me more how to prepare and all that stuff. But that probably was that moment where I was like, man, it was that moment I was like, man, I got to earn my respect, just running to the ball, doing the little things. I don't have to do nothing special. And that's what my dad used to always say, like, man, you ain't got to do nothing new. You do you. That's what got you here.
Ooh, you ain't got to do nothing new. Just do you.
That was
like that, man. All right, Pop.
Yeah.
All right, Pop kicking that game, man.
You can't trademark that. We're going to make a t-shirt out of that.
Yeah.
You ain't got to do nothing. Hey, look, that's funny. And so the next time you made a check, once you gained their respect, you didn't get the who the F was.
No, they look like once you made the check. Then now it got to a point where it was like
depending on you,
right? Like now they trust you. Now you got to gain your trust, and I feel like that's how you gain vets' trust. Is just you being accountable. Because all it is can we count on you when it comes? Because this our money on the line. This our livelihood. Can we count on you to do your job? And that's when they start to feel like, okay, we can count on you, Morgan. We trust you, and we believe what you're saying.
Hey, so I see you had some sacks. I see you had some picks in the pro. I always want to know when I play, like if I sack somebody, like it meant something to me. Who was the proudest sack that you got? Like who was the biggest quarterback name that you like? I sacked them.
I'm trying to like getting a sack. To me, the sacks was cool. Like sacking Jay Cutler.
I'm going to the picks next.
Andrew Luck. That be.
You got Andrew Luck?
Yeah, I got Andrew Luck.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah. It feel good when you get the sack, but it ain't nothing like.
So who is the pick? Your favorite pick out of NFL? In college, you got a pick six off Matthew Stafford.
You knew he was gonna throw you.
Mm-hmm. So my
there you go. So in the NFL, who you got, man?
So my favorite probably. This one, I'm going to give two because this one didn't count because it was the preseason. So it was a third preseason game. This one, all the vets play a little longer this game. Okay. So we playing the Colts. This was Peyton Manning was with the Colts. Then we called the defense. I baited him into a throw, and boom, I caught a pick off Peyton Manning. And then I had to say that one, it was Monday Night Football. I told you it means something when we played the Falcons. Like, I used to love playing the Falcons. It was Matt Ryan.
Oh, you got Matt Ryan.
Matt Ice, man. He was trying to throw a little flat route to Devin Hester.
Okay.
I went up and got it. Yeah. I should have.
I think I remember that game. Didn't the one that like a game we came back and made it a game? Y'all were beating the mess out of it, but the Falcons started coming back.
Yep. It came back because it was, y'all had big Steven Jackson that running back.
Oh, wow.
Yep. It was a good one. I caught a pick. That was Monday night, though. That was a fun one, though.
Got on man. Did you ever get Jay Cutler? Because Jay Cutler used to be throwing them interceptions around, too.
Come on now. Like,
hey. I'm just saying.
I'm done playing, so I can say this.
Get it out.
We can say this. When we played, now don't get me wrong, Jay Cutler was a gunslinger. He could throw it all over the field. But when we played the Bears, that was a game you didn't want to miss. Because as a DB, I'm talking about dudes used to be banged up. They be like, oh, Cole, I think I can go this week. It was guaranteed. Jay Cutler was gonna give you an opportunity to catch a pick.
Oh, Jake the Snake. Jay the Snake.
And look, and I know that had to be like also because that's like a huge rivalry. Like
Yep.
in that division, that's y'all biggest rival, right? The Packers,
Yep.
the Bears, the biggest rival, right?
It's historical rivalry. And like I said, Jay Cutler was a great quarterback. I'm talking about he can spin it. He'll make you look crazy if you don't prepare for him. But by him being that gunslinger, like, you knew that you were gonna have opportunity to catch peaks, and we came up on top more than he got us.
Yeah. Hey, go look. You might not want to say it. You might, man. Who else? Who else was on that list? Like, oh yeah, we about to get one today. What other quarterback was on that list?
It was let me see. Jay Cutler was like that main guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause we seen him twice a year. You know what I'm saying?
And he played for a while.
Yeah, so you go into that week, they know what we doing, we know what they doing, and you knew you was like, man, hey, he gonna get, and that's what the vets used to tell us, like, hey, you gonna have opportunity. And then when I got in the game and seen, I was like, oh yeah, they ain't lying. He gonna give you opportunity to catch a pick now.
Hey, so you got a chance to play one of the greatest quarterbacks in the NFL. Tell us about Aaron Rodgers, man. Some of the stories that he had with Green Bay and you.
Man, Aaron Rodgers is the truth. He the truth. And when people get the wrong perception of him, but I was like, man, he one of the best teammates, like, of that status. You know, every team got that guy on their team.
Yeah.
And the way he carried himself, I'm talking about, man, great teammate, sit down at the lunch table with anybody, whether that's a undrafted guy, you know what I'm saying? But he was a jokester, like to joke all the time. But in practice, he gonna bring the best out of you. Like, man, you talking about can spin that football. And I know we see Stafford do it a lot, but I seen it firsthand. Aaron Rodgers probably was the first one I seen throw like a no-look pass, like with the football. And I was like, whoa, but man, that dude is the truth.
But he no-looked it?
No-looked it.
Like
man,
that.
it was one like, you know how basketball you come through and man, that man might have looked this way. He wind it up like this, but he'll wind up and whoop, throw the ball over there and we go and film and coaches be like, oh, this all good. Don't worry about that play. It's just A-Rod being A-Rod.
Yeah.
But he was good, man. Hall of Famer, great quarterback, man.
So he clowned you like that?
Man, he get everybody, man.
Whoa.
He said he got everybody.
Man, get everybody.
That's crazy.
In practice, he'll pride himself on if he throw the ball, if you get a jump on it and it's a pick, but you drop it though, because that ball, he throwing it hard and you drop it, he'll do one of these like that. not like he get
now he do the double check on you dropping a pick.
Man, that man the truth, man. The way he prepared, that man was the truth.
He was cocky too. I like that.
Yeah, but it wasn't like one of those,
Fun.
like butthole cocky. He was one of those confident dudes, man. And
it made y'all want to hold on to it next time, right?
Exactly. And then you going into that game, you knew for sure that he was going to bring the best out of you in practice, but he was going to give you everything he had in the game. Long as he on the field, we always felt we had a chance to win. You know what I'm saying?
Did you get a pick off him?
I caught him in practice a couple times, yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
But he got us in some 2 minutes in practice a lot.
hey, in Pittsburgh, who was quarterback? Was it Ben?
Big Ben, yeah.
So how was Ben compared to Aaron?
I think Ben was a little different when I got there. So I don't know how he was in his younger days, but when I got there, where I said like A-Rod was more like he'll hang around his teammates a little more, sit around at the table with guys. I think Ben, by the time I got, he was a little older, so a lot of those dudes he came in with were gone. So he wasn't quite, you didn't see him as much, you know what I'm saying? You chill with his linemen, then he older guy, so he'll handle his business. You wouldn't really see him as much. Good quarterback, but I feel like he wasn't as like the same like A-Rod as far as being around camaraderie with his guys.
Yeah. You play with AB as well?
Yeah, AB, yep.
Yeah.
How was he?
Man,
He
that
throw it off.
man, but I'm talking about hard worker though. Man, that man busts his butt like work hard. I know everybody see everything else, but
he put in the work.
man, that man put in work. When I tell you put in work, that man put in work, and now I can see why he was one of the top receivers. Yeah, man, that man worked his butt off, man, and you gotta tip your hat to that. I can respect that though.
Yeah. Look, I want to ask you this because we spoke a little bit. I mean, we touched on some of the players you played with at Georgia Tech, and of course, one of the guys you played with when you guys ended up losing him, Demaryius Thomas, right? I mean, like, so just tell us about Demaryius Thomas, man, and how was that losing a former teammate of yours, and what he meant to Georgia Tech while you were there, and just maybe what he meant to you just as a former teammate.
Nah, man, baby, man, that's everything. That's like my brother there. You know what I'm saying? That's family. Like I said earlier, he part of the reason why I came to Tech, why a lot of us came to Tech, and he was like that core, that glue to our group that brought us together, man. Guy always kept a smile on his face, and he just one of those dudes that you love having him around. You know what I'm saying? He kind of lighten the mood when he come around, but also he gonna work. He gonna push you. Like, if we have conversation about what we wanted to do as far as our goals and dreams with football, he makes sure like we out there pushing, holding each other accountable, man. Yeah. And one of the best teammates I had, one of my best friends, and then losing him, you know, that really hurt. Still to this day, it's kind of hard to wrap my head around it. Go back looking at old videos, talking to his mom and dad, just, you know what I'm saying? It's just a special spirit, man. And I'm thankful that I got to spend time with her, and I'm thankful that God seen it in his plan for Bebe to be a part of my life and have that relationship with him. Georgia Tech, he's forever goated at Georgia Tech for us. He's a legend there. And you know what I'm saying? I can go on for days talking about him. I appreciate you asking, bringing that up, man, because anytime I get in on the platform, I always want to shine light and just show how special he was. And he never was a guy that was a me guy. You know what I'm saying? He just I always wanted to show love to everybody, put everybody before himself. And, man, he was special. And I'm just thankful I call him my brother.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you got to speak on it.
Hey, so I always want to ask a professional athlete, an NFL athlete, how do you feel about going from 16 to 17 games? Like, does that bother? Like, do you think that's unfair, or would you have wanted the extra game as a player? Because to me, I think it's unfair for the past players that play 16, record-wise, and just playing the game.
Yeah.
Like, do you, and then a chance to get injured? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. How do you feel as a player on that?
I think, like you said, I think if you add that 17 game, I feel like get rid of preseason. Like, I think now you don't, and I know when people say don't get rid of preseason because that's how undrafted guys get their look. But I feel like with all these jointed practices you do, you get to see your guys in action against other teams. So it's like you don't need the preseason. If you're going to add 17 games, you don't need the preseason. Pretty much these teams know before going into the last preseason game, they pretty much know during OTAs who on the bubble, who they going to cut, who they going to keep. They already got that squared away. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like do away with the preseason games and just jump right into the season. You got the jointed practice. And if you're going to go 17 games, I say get rid of preseason games.
So do you feel like getting rid of the preseason, will that hurt the development of a quarterback? I feel like, defensive players, you guys, it's always hard on y'all, so y'all adjust fast. But, like, let's say, like Michael Penix, right? He didn't play in preseason because of Raheem Morris. He didn't believe in playing, a lot of his starters or whatever. But us in the room, at first I liked the bubble. We called him, bubble wrap, whatever. But now looking at it, do you feel that affects the development of a quarterback by not playing in their real? Because you said in the scrimmages they get that. Yeah. But when it's the real deal, the world watching and all that, do you feel like that affects or not?
I think you can say that because I know the response to it, like, okay, if you get rid of preseason, then the quarterback don't get because you don't hit the quarterback, right? So it's like, all right, he need that live action of knowing he can get hit. But you do so many reps during the training camp, OTAs, the jointed practices. You get those reps, and I think that's the experience that's going to help you. But the best experience you're going to get is when you step inside the regular season game. Because even a preseason game, the safeties you see back there, it's not going to be the day one starter safety you see. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not going to see Justin Jefferson, corner. You're not going to see you're not going to be throwing to a Justin Jefferson probably till week one. You see what I'm saying? So I think practices is where they get their most work and their most experience at, but the only way they gonna get prepared for that was regular season games. You got to step between them lines in the regular season.
Yeah, man. Well, look, we winding down. We appreciate you sitting down with us. Before we go, he asked you, who was your favorite quarterback or quarterback that stuck out to you that you were able to pick off. Man, give us your top 5 quarterbacks of all time or quarterbacks that you played against? No, no, it. Top 5 toughest, like the hardest to play against.
Hardest, I'll say number 1, Tom Brady. Just the fact that, you know, these dudes high IQ, so it's like you have to disguise stuff. You can't get them pre-snap read. You get them a pre-snap read, you done for it. They gonna cook you all day. Peyton Manning, same way. The sheriff, controlling everything, smart. Like I said, man, those dudes, they know where they want to go with the football quick. They not gonna hold it. Aaron Rodgers, he sitting here, he telling you where you supposed to be on defense.
Wow.
He telling you like, nah, you dropping out, or yeah, you coming down. Like he telling you where you
in the game.
In the game, he put me on game when he said he liked playing. You could tell when you playing against a young linebacker and a veteran linebacker. He said sometimes he'll walk up and he just listen because a young linebacker gonna start calling out the strength of the formation where they defense rotating to. So he'll just listen and be like, all right, let me check to something else. He be like, veteran linebacker like a Brian Urlacher start giving dummy signals. So he like, that's when he knew like, all right, I can't trust what he's saying.
Yeah.
So I go with that one, and then I go Drew Brees, and I go, I'm gonna say Drew Brees, and then Matthew Stafford.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
Hey, how was Matt Ryan? Was he? Be honest. Don't just say it.
No, Matt Ryan is good too, man. I played him when he was at Boston College my freshman year, and man, he was spinning that thing. I remember telling my brother that game, I was like, yeah, he the truth. And then watching him playing against him, Matt Ryan was another one, man. Smart guy. You know what I'm saying? He can throw it. Good leader. And be honest with you, I was like, Falcon fan really gotta, you know, we give Vic a lot of love. I was like, you gotta give Matt Ryan I ain't saying he was the Vic experience.
No, we support.
But you gotta
Ryan.
give Matt Ryan is another like a Falcons legend to me, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, us too, man. Greg Street came in here and threw Matt Ryan jersey on the ground, man. Come on, Street, man. Come on, man.
Come on, dog.
Hey, look, it made for good content, though.
Right now.
Gotta repurpose that one.
But we didn't appreciate it at that time because like we respect, like, as far as this room, this show, I think everyone here, we respect Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's a lot of people who don't give Matt Ryan the respect that I feel like he deserves. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you saying that, letting people know. So hey man, we hope y'all have a good season over at Walton. You know what I'm saying? Hope your son continue to ball. I know you can't really put out there what he gonna do. So what would you rather see, man? Or what do you think is more likely to happen for your son, Georgia or Georgia Tech, man?
Ooh,
I know you want to see Tech, but
man, be real. I had the conversation with him though. I told him like, man, this your journey. You know what I'm saying? Don't feel obligated to make a decision based off me. I'm just there right now. I'm your biggest fan,
Man.
And I was like, you go where you feel like home at, and wherever he goes, you know, that's blood right there. So I'm gonna support him all through and through.
What
Man,
position he play?
He plays safety.
He tall too, man.
Yeah.
He going to
he
Tech,
taller
man.
than you?
He going to
Yeah,
Tech.
he taller.
Brett Key
look
gonna
tall.
scoop him on up.
That's the one. He's 6'4". That's why when I said I gotta give my wife get the credit on that one. Yeah.
6'4" safety. Ooh.
Yeah. I'm sure Reggie and all the guys gonna be hitting you up like, hey man, MJ gotta go. Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make sure he stay in the flats, my guy. Man, well, look, do you be going to any other games? Like you go back to any other Tech games? I'm asking because if so, we be going. We're gonna have to link up.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
time.
I caught the Clemson game. I normally be able to catch like 1 or 2 games out the year because my youngest son play on Saturday.
Yeah.
And so it's tough to get out there. But I caught the game when they played Clemson, and that was a game I caught this year. Then the year before, you know, the 7 overtime with UGA, I was at that game.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
All right, so look, if you out there tailgating, you gotta invite us to tailgate. Man, we love to eat, man. So
No, I love to eat too. So y'all let me know.
But at least you in shape. We fat. You know what I'm saying? Wait, what you were about to say? No, you fat, but then you forgot the camera was on.
Since I'm retired though. Since I'm retired, I'm right there too though. I done picked up a little chunk too.
Nah, compared to him.
You kept.
Go
it
ahead
on
and
you.
get us on out of
Hey,
here.
but look, seriously though, like if you go on the song, let us know. Maybe Doug hook it up. Maybe we'll meet you down there or something. We'll link up down there.
Oh, no, for
we
sure,
went to
for sure.
shout out to old our buddy man, the Ryan King. Shout out to Ryan Cameron, man. He invited us out, you know, to a few games. You know what I mean? So let's link up. You know what I mean?
For
well,
sure.
Look, on that note, we appreciate it more.
Appreciate you. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it, man.
Good spirit, bro.
Hey, look, on that note, man, like we always say, the Waterboyz Show, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, the great Morgan Burnett in the building, Georgia Tech and North Clayton's own. We got my guy, my partner in crime, B Rich. We got Super Mario and Doug. You know what I'm saying, man? The Waterboyz Show. We are out.
Liberty Bibberty. Kill the camera.
I don't know what that was.